are in day one of a 2-month ceasefire that took effect this morning in Lebanon.
There are reasons for both sides to accept this ceasefire. Firstly, Hezbollah has been decimated by the Israelis over the last 14 months. Their entire leadership, including the head Nasrallah, has been killed. You remember those pages exploding that wounded thousands of them. And Iran, who finance and back them, they're also on the back foot, and they have supported this as well. On the Israeli side, their original aim for attacking Hezbollah was to get the 60,000 displaced Israelis back home, and this ceasefire allows that.
Fox's Benjamin Hall, the U.S. helped broker this ceasefire, and President Biden's already eyeing another.
Just as the Lebanese people deserve a future of security and prosperity, so do the people of Gaza. They, too, deserve an end to the fighting.
And today, the president posted on X the U.S. will be working with Israel and Turkey and Egypt and others to try to work out a ceasefire deal with Hamas to free hostages taken in the terror attack last year that triggered the war. The International Criminal Court, which controversially issued an arrest warrant for Israel's prime minister, is out with another one today.
At the center of this case are alleged crimes against Burma's Rohingya Muslim minority dating back to 2017. The International Criminal Court's chief prosecutors asked judges to issue an arrest warrant for Senior General Min Aung Hlaing. He seized power in a coup in 2021, ousting elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. President-elect Trump is going to bring a key advisor back for his second administration. Kevin Hassett will head the National Economic Council. Jamieson Greer is the Trump pick to be U.S. Trade Representative.
And joining the healthcare team, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya. He was nominated to lead the National Institutes of Health. He had been a critic of COVID-era shutdowns.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. A lot of Americans traveling the day before Thanksgiving, but there are only 20 flights canceled. America's listening to Fox News.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
The man President-elect Trump has chosen to lead his push to secure the border went to the border in Eagle Pass, Texas.
Incoming border czar Tom Homan telling Texas National Guard and Texas DPS troops there will be a mass deportation because the U.S. has just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis.
Fentanyl coming across the border to kill 250,000 Americans. Record number of people on terrorist watch list crossing the border. Over 2 million known gotaways. How many of them come from a country sponsoring terror? How many of them were carrying fentanyl?
Applauding Governor Abbott's unprecedented border policies, he says, have helped bring illegal immigration in the state down 86%. He and Abbott stressing they'll soon expand stricter policies nationwide to
regain control of our border, restore order in our communities.
Moving to do so fast. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Another way President-elect Trump hopes will secure the border: tariffs on all products Canada and Mexico send to the U.S., prompting Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum to threaten retaliation, putting tariffs on American products there. Republican Congressman Michael Rowley tells Fox Business.
I think her rhetoric is very irresponsible. We know there's a problem. I question how she got elected.
Because tariffs are actually paid by companies that import the products into the U.S., not the countries. There is concern the costs could be passed to consumers, causing more inflation. Now, we will get an inflation update this morning, a gauge the Federal Reserve closely monitors when deciding when to cut interest rates again.
The October PCE report is expected to show a sharper increase in prices last month for a second month in a row. The PCE tracks what kinds of goods and services consumers buy and how much they pay for them, as well as how much consumers change their spending habits when prices rise or fall.
That's Fox's Lillian Wu. Ahead of all that on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, barely budging the day after the Dow closed at a record high. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. State lawmakers in recess for the rest of the year while several key pieces of legislation hang in the balance. Many of the votes that went uncast were regarding gun control. Advocates hoping stricter laws regarding domestic violence offenders and their ability to access weapons will be passed early in the year. Illinois Farm Bureau suing to maintain its current status with the American Farm Bureau Federation. In the suit, the state organization claims it was unfairly stripped of its Federation membership. Suit filed earlier this month with the Illinois 11th Judicial Circuit. State Farm Bureau's membership set to expire on December the 20th. Holiday season shines bright as the 24th annual Parade of Lights presented by Christie Clinic illuminates downtown Champaign Saturday, making the perfect kickoff to Small Business Saturday. This cherished community tradition invites everyone to celebrate. The Parade of Lights themed Candy Cane Lane begins at 6 p.m. Have a great time and enjoy the event. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
What's their ban of lighting? What's Candlestick Lane? That was Candlestick Lane.
I think that should be on Saturday then.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been the Grand Marshal for that?
Yes, I have.
Diane and I both have been honored to be there. I was there in like the middle 90s maybe. But it's Candlestick Lane's in Urbana. It's a little row of houses.
Right.
But if somebody moves in, doesn't want to play, then there's like a dark house.
I think they should have that as a clause if you're going to move in, that you have to.
If you don't have a proper.
At least 10 lawn ornaments or something.
You have to have proper documents for that. And I don't think you can do that. Hey, good morning. It's the 27th of November. It's the day before Thanksgiving, our last show of the week. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Meteorologist Greg Soyer has been busy all night just for you.
So that's where the Clark W. Griswolds of Champaign County all hang out there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all that, the whole reaction.
Remember when he blew the fuse and stuff like that, too?
What's going on, Margot? I don't know, Todd.
A couple of times on various channels.
Oh, it's the best is when Cousin Eddie comes in with that new camper, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. What's happening, Margot? I don't know, Todd. The neighbors don't like it.
Right.
So it's so funny.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, we are, I thank you, Jesus. I'm not traveling an airport today. Oh, my Lord.
Nope. We're homebound.
Busiest day ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you imagine the airport and how crowded and the TSA and your TSA? I wouldn't want to be a TSA worker today.
I know it.
Anyway,
although in past years we had flown went out like on either Friday late afternoon or Saturday, just made it into the early part of the following week. And if you fly off schedule like that, it's fine. But yeah, today forget about it.
Well, back in the day when Janet and I first were married, we'd plan Thanksgiving weekend Sunday afternoon flights. We'd plan those. Then we'd go to the airport at noon for a 5 o'clock flight and say, "Hi, is it crowded today?" Oh, is it? Well, you can bump us if you'd like. We did that and created 4 or 5 vacations from doing that.
Nice.
Because they'd always, back in the day, they'd say, okay, here's a free ticket if you just give up your seat.
Yeah.
One time we got bumped from St. Louis to Champaign and got 2 tickets to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
We thought that was great. But we used to plan, as a young couple, we'd plan the busiest of the year just so we can get bumped.
I love that idea.
We didn't have money to fly, so we had to be flexible. Oh, we had a lot of fun with those. Okay. By the way, weather story if you're related. We went to Puerto Rico on those free tickets, and there was a storm brewing in the summer of whatever year that was, 1992. And so we're flying back from San Juan to Miami. Pilot says, I got to fly around this tropical storm. We'll be a little bit delayed, but we're fine. We land there, and the next day, Hurricane Andrew hit South Florida.
Oh, man.
We missed Hurricane Andrew by 1 day.
Wow.
It was, but I kept watching. I was reading the newspaper, the San Juan Star, every morning to stay up to date, and I said, this is ball coming toward us. I don't know if this is any good.
Right.
But in that world, that part of the world, Christine and I have been down there a couple of times, that San Juan, you go into old San Juan.
Yeah.
Isn't that the coolest?
That is the coolest.
The people are the nicest.
Nice, yeah. The fort, my kids played on the fort cannons a lot.
Oh, cool.
El Morro, I think, and you go up to El Yunque, the rainforest mountain.
I still have a leather bag I use as a carry-on I bought for $36 in old San Juan. It was a very nice leather carry-on for flights. All right, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solyan, brought to you this morning by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're always looking for members of the team. If you're looking for a environment where it's supportive and you can have a advantage of maybe college tuition, things like that, consider visiting carl.org/careers.
All right, sir, this will be our last show of the week. Mr. Greg, can you paint the weekend? We also got Wrigley Field, Chicago on Saturday.
Yes, we'll run that whole gambit of stuff. First, no big major travel issues. None of that as expected, just like the weather forecaster been telling you that we'll get through this thing coming through today, tonight, and early tomorrow in good order. More problematic as you get into Ohio, the lower lakes region, downwind of Lake Michigan, those lake snow belts, and into the northeast of New England. That becomes a little more of a problem with snow and rain and where that's going to be playing on out. But in the meantime, 35 now downtown Champaign, 30 Fort Willard and Savoy. We'll get a couple of sprinkles and snowflakes around in spots this morning, and then some steady rains this afternoon. Should make about 44, 45. As that rain comes down, temperatures will slide a little bit as well. Light southeast wind. Rain this evening, mid to late evening, a little rain-snow mixture. It's conceivable by tomorrow morning there may be a little skiff, a coating, colder surfaces as we get into a couple of snow showers and flurries after midnight. No travel issues around here. Dawn temperatures down around 32. A lingering snow shower tomorrow, and then breezy, a bit colder. Some afternoon sun. Crack the kitchen window open. There's your time to do it and day to do it at about 38. Down tomorrow night to 21. Again, a couple of snow flurries possible early on Friday. A colder day at 29. Football Saturday at Wrigley Field, and here as well, there may be a little light snow late Saturday night, early Sunday from Champaign southward. Don't think anything up at Wrigley Field, but cold, only in the 20s during the game out there at Wrigley Field. Probably 28, 29 at kickoff time, and here as well. Sunday into the upper 20s. We're in the upper 20s on Monday, so cold early next week. We'll begin to moderate back into the low to mid 30s Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solyan.
All right, what he says. He knows what he's doing, and I tell you what, he's amazingly accurate. Glad we have him. Greg Solyan with our weather. ESPN 93.5. 7:12. We had our Stevie J Broadcasting Christmas party last night.
So fun.
The Long Branch Steakhouse. We went early this year. We were the first. But, boy, if you don't have a party lined up and you're kind of scrambling, check with Donnie. He has 3 dates remaining in December. I think December 11, 17, and 18. Only 3 dates left.
Okay.
If you want to book a company party, they can hold up to 56.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I still don't know. I make steak on my grill. I've never had a bite that hot. Now, he's not far the grill to my plate.
Yeah.
But you still have to get it off there, get it on the plate, get the other sides on there, and get it to me.
And just the way you want it.
It's perfect. How do you get medium rare perfect?
Oh, my goodness.
And then you lop mashed potatoes on top with some Brussels sprouts. And then you go ahead and eat the baked potato, too, because you like potatoes.
Oh, my goodness.
And then
I ate so much food.
Macaroni and cheese. The mac and cheese is so good.
I know it.
That was from one of Janet's Stever surveys, when the guy wrote back after eating at Long Branch that the mac and cheese was bland. And I looked at Donnie and said, Donnie, the guy's right. So then he kind of looked at me and thought for a moment and came back with this recipe. And I think I like it more than anything else on the side.
It's good.
You just lop that cheesy macaroni on your
I know
lop it on
a little
there.
bit of like a smoke kick or something to it.
And then you got the family bowl, and you're going, does anybody want any more? Because I clean it up here. No, we ate too much.
And that's fun, too, in the sense that you're all coming together as a company and you're passing the sides. It's like a big old family dinner.
That family style, Amish style.
I love it.
Amish restaurants
Yeah,
do that.
that's right.
Anyway, great job. Long Branch Steakhouse, you ought to get hold of them if you need a company gathering. And you can have the place to yourself if you pick the right night and do all that. So
well, and you were a great MC for us, Stevie, of course. And it was nice to get the introductions of everyone around the table.
We got to know each other better.
Exactly. And then we also had a little trivia. And
Diane dominated. She dominated in Meet the Owners, Stevie and Janet, and you dominated that. And then you dominated regular trivia.
I did.
Do you go to trivia's nights?
I do.
Okay,
I do like to do that.
It's crazy. You're really
good.
good.
Work it into the schedule at any time.
Yeah, I was going to say, with over 200 appearances all year, Diane Ducey is available for trivia night for a fee.
There you go.
If you want her on your team.
The ringer, huh?
Yeah, you talk to her agent and she can get you to the table. But you knew a lot of trivia.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for organizing that. And that was a nice way, as you're waiting for your meal, to have kind of a mixer that everybody can talk about.
Janet was a producer of the whole thing. She said, you got to do one right now.
Okay, good.
So I just listened to my wife.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. It's 4:15. Illinois plays basketball tomorrow. We are in Kansas City. They leave today.
Yes.
They'll have a Thanksgiving, I guess, over there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably your pregame meal will be turkey, I would think. We've never done this before.
Right.
So here we go. We're playing Thanksgiving at 3 o'clock Central Time.
Against Arkansas in Kansas City.
Turkey is served up at 11 a.m. It's 4 hours before tip-off. Always is how athletes do it.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Sports headlines. It is ESPN 93.5.
As far as some of the basketball last night, we were talking off the mic yesterday about Kansas and Duke being a good game, and it was. Number 1 Kansas came out on top, 75-72 over number 11 Duke. Colorado took down UConn 73-72 in some college basketball yesterday. As far as our women go, beating Maryland Eastern Shore by 20 points, 75-55. Our number 19 Illinois women's basketball team at 6-0 on the season again, led by Genesis Bryant with a game-high 27 points. Kendall Bostic with her third double-double of the season. The Music City Classic in Nashville continues for our women's basketball team as we face number 14 Kentucky tonight at 7 o'clock. Also, Illinois volleyball in action at Huff Hall, taking on Minnesota for Senior Day at 7, and then Friday in Indiana at 6, as we encourage our Illini women's volleyball team to do well. And we were already talking about our number 23 Illinois football team against Northwestern at 11 a.m. on Saturday from Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
Had you seen an aerial shot of that?
Yeah, I did.
It does look tight.
Well, I mean, if you run through the one end zone, you're on the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the ivy, where the ivy is. On the.
Right. Do they put like mattresses up or something in case they're
mattresses?
I
But
mean-
it's something. It must be padding.
Right.
I'd like to
In
see.
case they're on a roll and
Folks,
they
if
just
you-
can't stop.
Somebody has a mattress to spare. We need it for the game. I mean,
I've seen that in my hometown in Tolono before when we
Well-
were cutting it close on some things. Just pull out a mattress. Let's make it happen.
anyway, it's Wrigley Field, 11 a.m. Illinois favored by, I don't know, 8 or 9. It's a game that I think we should win, but again, it's such a rivalry. You throw records out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Northwestern, I think, is 4-7. We're 8-3. I think we're a Citrus Bowl. I think we might have to win this one to be a 9-win Citrus Bowl team. That's a big-time bowl. New Year's Eve in Orlando. I'm sure everything will be cheap if you want to make arrangements to go down to Orlando on New Year's
He
Eve.
rolls his eyes in sarcasm in case you're watching the show right now. Chicago's at Detroit, 11:30 start on Thanksgiving morning/afternoon. In case you're working out your meals and you want to grab some sports while you have a plate full of turkey tomorrow. The Colts are in New England on Sunday at noon. We also had the Bulls over Washington Wizards, 127-108. We have Portland at Indianapolis tonight to face the Pacers. Milwaukee beat Miami 106-103 yesterday. Milwaukee's my destination, is my daughter Gabrielle. I believe she's 27. She's hosting for me and Anna and Seth. It'll be fun for us to go. I know we have family members staying behind because of our dog situation. We just can't find a good sitter for Olive because she just loves us. And then she turns into dog of defense.
Well, you're going to have to probably grow that over time.
Exactly.
Because trust takes a minute.
It does.
Our weather this morning brought to you by Urbana Park District.
And a reminder, the Turkey Trot tomorrow, if you want to sign up for the prizes they give away at the Lake House, you do that in the 8 o'clock hour. The Mile Experience at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana steps off at 9 tomorrow morning. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you, Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Bits and pieces of a fragmented Plain States weather system to come on through in just that fashion here the next 24 hours. It will congeal into a little more problematic go of it with holiday travel in mind for the northeast to New England and lower lakes region. A few sprinkles, even a wet snowflake around this morning, then rain for this afternoon. Light southeast wind 44. Temperatures may slide a bit this afternoon. Tonight, rain this evening. We'll have a little mixed snow as well for a time before ending. Then snow showers are in well after midnight, low down to 32. Tomorrow, leftover snow shower in the morning, breezy, and a bit colder, partly sunny skies with a high up near 38. Down to low tomorrow night of 21. Late night snow flurries and a windy, cold Friday. A few snow flurries around and a high at about 29. A little light snow and flurry activity late Saturday, early Sunday from Champaign on southward. Weekend highs in the upper 20s. 27, that's it on Monday. Overnight readings down into the teens and moderation of temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Daytime temperatures will range into the lower and middle 30s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
GameStop back in the spotlight for some investors, shares continuing their rally after ending Tuesday's session up more than 2% for its third consecutive day of gains. StockTwit's director of community telling MarketWatch there's a lot of discussion about GameStop on the platform, with the stock currently number 4 on StockTwit's most active stocks list, and there's chatter among users whether GameStop is starting a new squeeze. In 2021, a short squeeze of the stock of the video game retailer and other securities took place, causing major financial consequences for a lot of hedge funds and large losses for short sellers. A short squeeze happens when the price of a stock moves sharply higher and causes traders who bet its price would fall to have to buy it, so they don't take on even bigger losses. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
We're talking to Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group, and we're talking about the current market.
Right now, we prepare most buyers that, hey, it's a competitive market. Don't be surprised if we go into multiple offers. Don't be surprised if we have to go over ask or get creative with our terms to make our offer attractive.
What should they expect from a realtor?
A great agent is going to be able to explain to them on where that house truly fits in today's market and how far above ask that home needs to fit into. Talk to an experienced agent to help them discuss next steps. We need to go get strong pre-approvals from local lenders. As soon as we know what we're working with, we can kind of start figuring out where we're going to fit into this market.
Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans with eXp Realty, 217-239-7113, or just do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with the Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to
Hi, this is Jay Lehman. Body and Soul Sports is celebrating 45 years of serving our community, and they want to say thank you. Join them for their anniversary sale starting Wednesday, November 27th, and after closing for Thanksgiving Day, they'll be open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and in their sale Monday, December 2nd. At this very sale, I purchased a bunch of shoes. I've got my cleats from Body and Soul, my sneakers from Body and Soul. They are the one-stop shop in Champaign-Urbana. If you need shoes, if you need athletic gear, Body and Soul is the way to go. Body and Soul Sports, simply the best at what they do.
When you're buying a battery, it's important to look beyond just the price and make sure you're buying a quality battery. So when you're buying one from the big box store, make sure you ask the question, what's the date on this battery? Is it dependable? Sometimes the big box stores have batteries that have been sitting on the shelf for years. Or you can just come to Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable, and buy your battery from the people who only do batteries. Interstate Batteries at 2504 North Madison, Champaign, way out there, but totally worth the drive. How much is dependable worth to you? Interstate Batteries open 6 days a week.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. I'm telling you, every time I go into Sarah, I mean, every time, it is just what he's built there, Ben Quattrone. I mean, it is truly unbelievable how everybody is like courteous. The place is clean. You could drop your steak on the floor and eat it. And yet the service is really good. I just in and out. And Really, really, really professional. And yes, sir, no, sir. I mean, just every time. I was hearing about Dane Danger. Who was huge for Illinois last year in the Elite Eight. Huge in the Big Ten tournament, huge on the run to the Elite Eight. Anyway, Dane traveled to Memphis.
Okay.
And he's playing for the Memphis Tigers now.
Okay.
And apparently lost a little more weight and really running the floor and looking great.
Yesterday, Memphis beat Michigan State 71-63.
Yeah, and Dane played great, and apparently the rumor, and you never know anything's true, but $400,000 is what he got to go there. So much, I don't know if he's getting any here. So anyway, it doesn't matter. He's happy. Really nice kid, because I interviewed him for Pacifica on Green when he was staying there.
Yeah.
And just the sweetest, nicest kid. Really nice. And then Coleman Hawkins comes in. Coleman Hawkins, and I'm talking to him. And I get Coleman done with his commercial. And he looks at me and says, "That was way better than Dane." I said, "You weren't even in the room." He said, "No, it's better than Dane. Way better than Dane. Way better than Dane. I'm way better than Dane. Way better." Coleman, Dane was good to know. I'm way better than Dane. Those guys beat each other to the refrigerator, man. It's a competitive deal. Anyway, how's Coleman Hawkins doing at K-State? I haven't even looked that up. Anyway, we have Illinois basketball tomorrow. It's 3 o'clock. Arkansas, I don't know. Arkansas beat Kansas by 15 in an exhibition, 16 points. But big guy for Kansas wasn't playing. It was exhibition. But I don't know. I presume they're good. Arkansas has been pretty good. They beat us in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. Bill Musselman was coach.
Here's a headline says Hawkins double carries K-State past Longwood 80-64.
He needs it. Even if it's Longwood, that's okay, because he's getting $2 million to be there for 6 months.
Man, it must have been in Longwood. It looks like it's a high school gym, and there's only a sparse crowd behind him.
Why would you go? Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you go to Longwood? And plus, if you're at Longwood and K-State's in town, you pack the crowd. I mean,
well,
anyway, who knows? Maybe it's a holiday tournament somewhere.
Maybe.
Because they're playing in Hawaii too, aren't they? They always play Hawaii. We go there every 4 years.
St. Thomas.
The island.
USVI.
Oh, United States Virgin Islands.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Okay. All right, 7:27. I think Ed Martin's on. We haven't heard any. Likewise, Johnny's out in Colorado with his whole family.
Nice.
So we're excited to find him in the house that's quiet, because the whole family's there and everybody's sleeping, because it's 6:27 in the mountains. So we'll try, and he was trying to get to a high point in his house. Maybe you can put aluminum foil on his head or something, like the old TV antennas.
Some kind of balcony.
It's not coming in. Well, hold the antenna.
Exactly.
For us old people, you can remember you held the antenna, it was clear, and then you let go of the antenna, it wasn't clear.
Right.
Why does that happen?
To your seat.
No, nobody's ever explained
it's
that
that
to
secret spot.
I don't know.
That
anyway,
special spot.
Kamala is back from Hawaii, and honestly, she looks like anybody would look after going through 100 days of everybody telling her she's going to be president. I can't imagine the human element of that. I saw that compelling picture in 2012 of Mitt Romney pumping his own gas in his own car 2 days after he lost to Barack Obama.
Yep.
You go from Secret Service and everybody chanting your name to nothing, to silence. And no matter how you feel about anybody, the human element of that hurts.
Yes, it does.
It hurts a lot, and it's got to play with your mental game and everything else. Because when you're in a campaign like that, everybody in your inside circle says, I feel it, we're going to win. And then you get kind of fired up. And then you don't. So anyway, we got a few clips here. Got a great Newt Gingrich clip. We'll play that for Eddie and John coming up next. All right, Wednesday, November 27. We'll be right back. ESPN 93.5. Ed Martin, Brother Johnny next.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Illini fans win free tickets. Stevie J Broadcasting has teamed up with Express Employment Professionals, your local link to top talent opportunities. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 for your chance to win tickets to upcoming home games. That's Illini to 359-2255. Express Employment Professionals, respecting people, impacting business at 1001 North Mattis. Express Employment Professionals says go Illini. Visit expresspros.com.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. Thank you for giving us People's Choice Awards, including Best Pies and Bakery. Speaking of pies and bakery, it's time to place your holiday orders. We sell so much this time of year that we need your order now so that we don't run out. Donuts, fritters, pumpkin bars, and pies, they all make the holidays special. Not sure of your plans? Buy frozen pies to bake as needed. Order online at curtisorchard.com or call 217-359-5565. See you soon.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 15 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
As Greg Solier says, pretty good around here. Travel should be okay. There'll be spots, but nothing too bad right where we are in the Middle West. But boy, out west is a little stuff in Northeast. There's 350 travel delays here from the airports already this morning.
Well, on the Monticello mine.
Gotta go. 7:30.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. About 12 hours in, a ceasefire appears to be holding between Israel and Hezbollah militants in Lebanon.
Hezbollah have agreed to withdraw north of the Litani River. That's 18 miles from Israel. And that is the same agreement they reached in 2006, with some critics now saying Hezbollah didn't abide back then, so why give them the breathing space now? Many others, however, are supporting it. On the Israeli side, the Israeli aim was to get the 60,000 displaced Israelis back home, and this allows that.
Fox's Benjamin Hall. President Biden is using the ceasefire to push for peace in Gaza as well between Israel and Hamas militants. Storms will make Thanksgiving travel tougher in some parts of the country today and tomorrow.
The system that brought heavy snow to the Rockies will move into the plains, the Ohio Valley, and Northeast in the next 24 hours, causing many issues, including heavy rain, some snow, gusty winds, and stronger storms for the Southeast.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Central Illinois Food Bank officials say there's a dire need for support for families across the state. Yesterday, the food bank hosting its annual Thanksgiving food distribution event. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin was there discussing the impact inflation had on residents of Illinois. The food bank serves 21 counties in the state. State officials reminding Illinois residents to stay vigilant ahead of the busiest shopping days of the year. Department of Innovation and Technology notes more people than ever are exclusively shopping online. This leaves consumers more susceptible to scammers looking to steal their personal information and turn their money. Be careful. Urbana's Food Desert could be getting a new grocery store. City Council agreed to foot $800,000 to match Heartstrong Meals LLC's efforts to build the new store. Council discussed tearing down the city's old fire station number 3 to make room for the store. Council members said they met little opposition to the project. You're up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, I'm Stevie J. Diane Ducey with the weather, brought to you this morning by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, outdoor living. Visit kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you. Central Illinois, Champaign event is Saturday, and as expected, nothing too problematic with holiday and pre-holiday travel in mind, except for areas downwind of the Great Lakes region. Lake snows will get going later on tonight and tomorrow. Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and certainly a complicated weather pattern for folks heading into the Northeast and New England. Back this way, a couple of sprinkles and a wet snowflake around this morning. Steadier rains this afternoon up to 44, but dropping on a light southeast wind tonight. Rain and some mixed wet snow in spots before midnight, and then after midnight, snow showers and flurries return with a low down to 32. Tomorrow, a leftover snow shower in the morning. It's conceivable could be a coating of snowfall on some spots here by tomorrow morning. A breezy and a bit colder day's worth of weather for the Thanksgiving holiday. The high at 38 with a partly sunny afternoon. Down tomorrow night with a couple of snow flurries late at 21. Maybe a lingering snow flurry Friday morning. Then partly cloudy and 29. Little light snow late Saturday, early Sunday. No accumulation. High temperatures over the weekend into the upper 20s. Nights will fall into the teens Sunday and Monday morning. For Stevie J Broadcasting, Abby Delicious, Greg Soldier.
All right, so we have Facebook Live broadcasting. It's a go today.
Yes.
YouTube channel is
For
there.
now.
Stevie J channel. But we are on X.
Yes.
I gave Elon Musk $167 to broadcast live on X because they don't censor. And so I don't care what the heck we say anymore.
And so do we have to be a follower of Stevie Jay FM?
You have to find me on Stevie Jay FM.
Okay.
You set that up 10 years ago.
It's crazy when I think about that conversation.
So you can go to
What is
X.
Twitter?
We're there on X, and we don't care about the others.
And I'm at Diane_Ducey. Hey, we just got a text into 359-2255 saying, Happy Thanksgiving, Stevie and Diane. We so appreciate your show. Keep up the great work. Thank you for your support and the voice of the people of faith and conservative values. Lord bless you guys.
Lord bless you right back. And
Thank
it's
you,
Wednesday.
Dirk.
We love our Wednesdays, too. So we'll tell Ed Martin and Brother Johnny, fire away. We're on X. And I gave Elon $167 for the year. I thought that was a deal. And plus, I want to support Elon Musk right now.
Okay.
It's Ed Martin out in near the swamp. He is, he's on the inside. How are you, Mr. Martin?
I'm doing great. I'm actually in the office today, so I'm just a few blocks from Capitol Hill. It's a ghost town today. Nobody's in here, but it's good to get some work done. So great to be with you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for having a great place for Johnny and I to pretend that we know what we're talking about. It's really fun.
Well, it's fun, and Brother Johnny's got to be in a slice of heaven. He's in a house in Colorado with every one of his family members. You got them all together, Johnny. That is fantastic.
Yeah, up in the Rocky Mountains here. Hey, Steve, that $167 with that, Elon could buy MSNBC. That's great.
Hey, come on, and we could all be on MSNBC. We'll just move our radio.
Totally flip it.
And we'll have Ed on there, and Johnny will do an MSNBC show with Elon Musk. I tell you what, I saw Rachel Maddow discussing that possibility, and they had to throw it to the next person because she was crying. So, yeah. Okay, so we got Kamala Harris from the Human Element. I feel bad for any candidate that loses an election when for 100 days they told her she was going to win. She didn't look very good to me, and she sounded okay.
The light of America's promise will burn bright as long as we never give up and we keep fighting.
Yeah, she looked really, really tired. And then there was Newt Gingrich on Jesse Waters about the deflecting blame, and here's why. And
because then they wouldn't be Democrats. Look, Jesse, the great crisis of the Democratic Party is their policies.
Yeah.
Everything they really need to do to be acceptable, this will come up in 2026 in the off-year election. If these folks cannot get rid of being who they are, they're going to, I think, lose again in 26 in a historic election such as FDR had in 1934. And the reason's simple. The country doesn't want their policies. The country doesn't believe in their values. And the country thinks they can't perform. Now, the challenge for the Democrats is this is not a communications issue. It's not a better advertising issue. It's not a smarter candidate issue. The problem is the core of the Democratic Party has drifted away from America. And today, they're confronted with the reality that Donald Trump represents the values of the core of the American people, and they don't.
Ed, does Newt have it right?
Well, yeah, I think that's right, although I would say there's nothing like winning, right? Winning, it makes a big difference. And I will say Kamala Harris joins a very unhappy club. It's the people that have presidential fever, I call it. They came this close to getting there, and the rest of their lives, they're like, if one thing had gone different, I would have been president. Hillary was in there, John Kerry is in there, John McCain, the late John McCain. And really, Mitt Romney, you actually act sort of like a moron a lot because you got presidential fever. So I think she's in a bad club there, which will make her whole life, there'll be these bursts, or it's like malaria. It comes back and you act irrational. So that's kind of sad. I mourn for her. But the broader point Newt is saying, I have to say, guys, I've never lived in politics. I've never lived in a time where politics has seemed to infuse the country with an energy and an optimism. And you see it in Donald Trump's approval rating is up to 60%, close to 60%. And people just feel like peace is possible, prosperity is possible. Now, reality will come back in terms of something difficult and, something hard to have to get through and all. That's how life is. The pendulum will swing. But right now, Trump is leading a period of time where people feel very, very optimistic about America, and that's exciting.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Eddie, you're right. And part of that, too, is there were a lot of us who were thinking, man, I don't think we should have an open border. It doesn't seem fair for these guys playing on these girls' teams. But we were thinking, that's the way it is. That's what everybody wants. And all of a sudden, no, it isn't. Get out of here with that. And that makes everybody feel pretty good because it seems just. You know what I mean, Steve? It's just.
It does. It feels way better that there's a little common sense. And Ed, the Democrats have got to reassess, because if they double down on what they're doing, Newt says they're going to lose in 26 too, and maybe on. He said if they don't change their path, they could lose for the next 3 decades.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, look, as someone said smarter than me, it was someone else's point, and I don't remember who it is, so people will think it's mine, I hope, when I'm done. But the Democrats have a model. Their model is all about identity. And so you got to find the way you're a lesbian, you're a black, you're a woman, and the Republicans have a sort of, someone else called it a pirate ship. It's a pirate ship. You got Bobby Kennedy on there with like a dolphin head in his car or something, right? You got Vivek Ramaswamy. You got Donald Trump's hair. You've got all these kinds of things. You even have, I saw the image of Clarence Thomas doing Start Your Engines 20 years ago at the Indianapolis 500. I mean, that guy's a unique character in American life. That's on the side of America is this pirate ship conglomeration that on Thanksgiving you think, well, hell, there were Pilgrims at the beginning and there were Indians over there, and then there was Irish, Italians, Germans. I mean, it's just a wild, wild, wonderful thing. The Democrats are stuck saying, we got to get the person to plug in. You have to come to us with your narrow identity. And by the way, if that doesn't fit how you really feel, if you don't want to spend your time talking about being a lesbian and saying that's all you care about, then you're not really welcome. And so that's a losing proposition. It doesn't get you voters. Now, having said all that, the damn media is so powerful and the culture's so sort of upside down that I'm not quite as optimistic about 2026. That people tend to get dissatisfied with who's in power, but it's an exciting time. There's a lot happening that we've never quite seen, especially because the Democrats are in such a bind.
Well, first of all, as my 6-year-old grandson Lincoln would say, but they're good. And I want to tell you, the media, can they carry them? Remember, the Democrats' big thing, Stevie, is the media. They've been the propaganda arm of the Democratic Party. And they took a huge hit, the story of the election.
Yeah.
And to get that back. Once you lose the trust of people, it's hard to get it back. They don't just go, oh, no, that was an apostrophe when Joe said garbage.
Yeah.
That didn't work. They don't trust them. So what do, Eddie?
Well, no, I think that's a very good point, and I do think one of the things I would say that we're watching is this sort of realignment of where do you go to hear what's true, and you mentioned that, Stevie J, your program's on broadcasting live on X, Stevie J FM. I think at Stevie J FM is the handle. I'm looking at it on my computer as I'm talking to you, but there's also other places, right? People they're not believing the university system that said we're going to define all of our goals based on DEI. Walmart is dropping the DEI thing. We're not going to believe you when you tell us we have to worry about transgenderism in our lives. There's some very small number of people that are impacted by that, the gender dysphoria, whatever it is, and that's not all of us, right? So the question becomes, however, how do we continue to build out the credible institutions? Again, Thanksgiving, it used to be Thanksgiving was a religious holiday. The thanks was to God, and now, the thanks is to the sales on Amazon's Black Friday week-long sale and on Black Friday. And so how do we get the mediating institutions, the family, the churches, how do we turn them back into the place where you hear and feel the credibility of truth? I think that's the opportunity, but I think it's a challenge. And frankly, better government run by Elon and Vivek and Trump is not the answer. It's a short-term help because it shakes the system, but it's not the answer in the long run.
Well, I think one key thing that's a positive, the federal government is simply too large. And there's two sides of that argument. But it's too large. And if we have the opportunity to cut that back, everything's going to improve because the money goes to production, not services that we're paying for out of our own production money. So it's too big. And I like the idea of cutting it back, Steve. It could happen.
We just we had 3 people on our brand new X stream, and then we started saying Stevie J FM. We're over 50 people on it now.
Yes.
So they're listening to Ed Martin and Brother Johnny here on this Wednesday. That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. We're glad you're listening wherever you're listening from. How about the ceasefire? How about when you said optimism, it's also feeling of hope, which is, I guess, the same. Ed, the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, is it partly because they know that Dad's back in town, Donald Trump's going to be president, and they're already anticipating maybe something else in a couple of months for the ceasefire? How do you read that?
Well, first, let the record reflect. I am watching on the X platform as the @StevieJFM is there, and I reposted to my legion of followers. So you went from 2 or 3 watchers to 50 because, so I just want that record in case you're keeping track. Diane, write that down.
Yep.
One in my column.
And I'm also sharing now at Diane_Ducey, so thank you.
All right. Don't try to rain on my parade, Diane. It's all mine. It's all mine.
It's all
it's all mine. We got right-wing deplorables all across America listening in and watching. So, look, everything is on Trump time now. You know, he sent a message to Mexico, stop letting the drugs come in. And what he said to the Mexican president, it's a woman, it's a woman, new president the last 6 months. He said, if you don't stop the craziness, the migration, the trains of migrants coming towards us, the fentanyl, I'm going to expose how you're in the tank for the cartels, and you'll immediately be out of power. And she said, yes, sir, let's change our behavior. And she stopped the migrant train. So I think Biden is desperate to look like he's trying at the end. He's trying to do the ceasefire. Nobody thinks it's a Biden ceasefire. Everybody's thinking, okay, when Trump gets here, we're going to straighten this out. Same thing in the Ukraine. You're seeing the posturing of Ukraine and Russia, that they're yelling and screaming. They're going to fight. Yesterday, the Ukrainian foreign minister said, we're going to fight to the end, and we don't care who gets in with Trump. That's just posturing to get to the table and make a deal. The deal is coming, and we're going to have peace there. So it's, I think China is the same problem. Trump is now saying he's going to slap more tariffs on China. So, what you can know is he did this for 4 years. He learned a lot about how to do it, and I think we're headed towards, real opportunities. Some, as Johnny said, some structural problems. Way too much debt, way too much spending, way too much regulation. But we got a fighting chance, and I can't stand the Biden family, but I'm glad they lost. And at this point, I hope that President Biden pardons his son. If he doesn't, I hope that Trump says, I'm going to pardon your son. We don't need, I hate to sound, I know we want to get accountability, but we don't need Hunter Biden in federal prison for a gun charge, for goodness sakes. He just like Trump, Hunter Biden would not have been charged if he wasn't Hunter Biden. He would have done a plea deal earlier. He wouldn't have had so we got to stop the madness. But ultimately, nobody cares that Biden is still sort of in office. It's all about waiting on Trump.
Well, and he asked, are you going to get even with the, and Trump says, oh, no, our success will be the answer, and it'll be there.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah. Okay, before we let you guys go, Ed Martin and Brother Johnny, streaming everywhere, but especially on X because of Ed's. We're up to 70 people. Thank you, Ed. Anyway, let me just ask the last question. Should we investigate January 6th? Should we investigate the election of 2020, which I'm freely talking about? Something happened there that wasn't fair. Is it important for history to know what really happened there, Ed?
Yeah, look, I'm a big believer in that. In this sense, first of all, some of these things were such profoundly obvious lies that it's important for us to get to the bottom of it, just to have the historical narrative be reflecting. But I also think even though I said pardon Hunter Biden, I'm not for a lack of accountability for everybody. I think Liz Cheney and this woman Cassidy Hutchinson, they publicly have been identified on text as lying. They were suborning perjury. Liz Cheney appears to be, and Cassie Hutchinson. They should be prosecuted for that. I'm not for walking away. I'm not for saying no. I don't think you should put Hillary in jail because she was. There is a certain stature that you have to be careful about what you're doing. It's the same thing with Trump or Hunter Biden. But the rest of these people, we got to get to the bottom of it. Yeah, and we have to do it for two reasons. One, the public wants to see that now, and they deserve it. But two, there does have to be a cost to misconduct so that it deters the behavior in the future. That it's not just punishing the person. It's realizing that when you raise the cost of being dishonorable, dishonest, and a lawbreaker, that it deters people from doing it. And so, for example, the 51 intelligence community people with massively valuable top secret clearance. When you're the head of the CIA, like John Brennan was, when you leave office, you keep your top secret clearance. That's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars because you can look at stuff and talk about stuff, and so you get hired by companies. They should take that away from jerks, from dishonorable jerks, and they should do it right away. So I do think we have to have accountability so that we have a society that says if you speed through the stop sign and the cop sees you, you're going to get a ticket. In America, that's what happened. Now, if it's your brother-in-law who's the cop, you might get a warning the first time, but there's a system in place that makes it so you know what the rules are and how they apply, and it isn't just run all over and then have us forget about it.
Well, and the main thing to me, Eddie, is simply the old axiom: if you're ignorant of the past, you're condemned to relive it. We need to know exactly what happened and not let it happen again, because that whole election was fuzzy, but it's starting to come out. And also the January 6th. There was a lot of people involved in that, like the FBI undercover guys that were in the crowd and the Antifa boys that led the deal. And I'd like to know the whole story. We didn't get that yet. And otherwise, people will just do it again. That's the main thing. It's to protect us for the future.
Well, there's a lot out there that we don't know, and the transparency, maybe this is an age of transparency coming up. I mean, if we get a chance to know, like I read the other day with Vivek posting on X, 8,000 government buildings are being heated and cooled on my dollar, and they're empty. And the people never came back from COVID. I didn't know that, Ed. What?
Yes, that's right. There's all those kinds of things that, and I think that we're going to see a giant shift in that as Trump gets in office, both the show up to work as well as how we use some of the spaces. Look, where the federal government is the largest landowner in America, right? Anwar, they blocked us from drilling in Anwar, where you can go hundreds and hundreds of miles without seeing any human being, only caribou or whatever the hell lives up there. So we're going to start to see, I think, us use our assets differently. Hey, the one thing I do want to highlight as we go into Thanksgiving, especially, Thanksgiving as a celebration of what we've been blessed with and how we have been blessed as a nation, our history and all. I think one exciting thing that Donald Trump is going to lean into heavily, because he really is not just a marketer, he's a kind of an educator. I know people probably chuckle when they hear me say that, but he does that to us. He teaches us about what to believe, and we buy it. We suddenly all are for tariffs. 10 years ago, you couldn't have got a Republican to say yes to tariffs. It would have been like the end of the world. So, but here's one thing he's going to do, starting in a few months, is start to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America.
Yeah.
And he's going to, for 15 months, he's going to celebrate our history. And he's not going to celebrate the stupid liberal Democrat crap where you focus on what was wrong. He's going to acknowledge it, I'm sure, but he's going to mostly focus on the greatest inventors in the world in history are American, from about 1880 until today, right? The greatest pioneers in freedom are American from about 1775 until today, right? So we're going to celebrate America. That's going to, I hope, be a kind of, I don't know, better word, brainwashing in the right way of the goodness that we all feel in our guts. And that's going to be really great. And when we have Thanksgiving, you think of that and don't make me focus on whether the Pilgrims weren't nice to each other. Let's focus on how we came here and built a place where the best things in the history of the world seem to happen here a lot.
Johnny, last word, my friend, from Colorado. What say you?
I say I agree with Eddie on that. Very fake to be done, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving to walk on X. I might even get on X.
Well, I'm on X, and we just hit over 100 viewers thanks to Ed Martin's.
What will your handle be, Johnny? Brother Johnny? Or?
Well, I have to do a Brother Johnny. How can people find Ed Martin? Ed, tell people how you've got your listeners and people listening right now and watching on X. How can people find Ed Martin?
Well, I got to tell you, we're up to 103 views on there, Diane. Don't start claiming Diane. Because Diane's going to say it's because she started sharing it. 103 views without even starting. Hey, at Eagle Ed Martin over on X, at Eagle Ed Martin, and phyllisschlafly.com is our great website of our founder. And listen, guys and Diane, God bless you, and God bless the listeners and viewers. And, the best days are coming. It's the golden age is upon us. And so thank God tomorrow on Thanksgiving, and then we'll charge ahead.
Thank you, Ed Martin. Thank you, Johnny. Blessings to you as well. Have fun in Colorado.
Thanks, Stevie.
All right, talk soon. Ed Martin, Brother Johnny, ESPN 93.5, live from Philo, Illinois, the known center of the universe. This is outside of Champaign-Urbana. And we are thrilled to be with you on this November 27. We wind up the hour, and we'll go to Fox News here at the top here in just a few moments. Our good friend is Steve Suderman. He's at a place called Good Vibes, where you get your home theaters, your sound systems, and he's been doing it over 50 years, driving into Good Vibes. How are you, my friend?
Well, pretty optimistic. This starting with peace in the Middle East as we head towards the Christmas season. It's held for one day. Pray that it holds. Is all I got to say on that one. But
we got 2 months ceasefire, and then you got a new president. Who knows? There's a lot more hope and optimism going forward.
Who knows? But one day at a time. That's. And now my second favorite holiday is tomorrow. After the 4th of July, where you don't have to do anything but maybe have a beer. But it's family and it's food and it's Black Friday, and that comes right after tomorrow. So, all the TVs dropped weeks ago. I think we sold 6 or 7 OLED TVs yesterday. It was pretty nuts.
Awesome.
I was pretty excited. Didn't make any money on them at those prices, but it's still it's fun to do. It's a little bit like retail revenge. All the sound bars are at rock bottom. Some, not all, receivers are way down, but you can buy a Sony stereo receiver for $149 or a surround sound Sony receiver for $249. Those prices are from the 70s. It's just amazing. Nearly all the speakers, they don't put the clip shrinks on sale, but everything else from that company and Paradigm, which is the Canadian outfit, even their prestigious Founder series, are down 15 and 20 and 30% in some cases on the subwoofers and that. So if you want something that streams, the Sonos stuff is all on sale. The Tivoli radios, it just goes on and on. We've got the stuff in stock. The guns are loaded, and they're not aimed at anybody. They're just loaded.
And you got the service. The service is the big deal. You mount it over a fireplace. You can mount it anywhere. It'll be done properly. When I go into the big box stores and I see their low prices, you got to compare apples to apples. It's probably about the same as Good Vibes. Plus, I don't want to hook it up. I don't know what the remote does. It has 900 buttons on it. You'll do all that for people.
You don't want to see wires hanging.
No, and you know how to. You got the best installers ever. You really, really do. It's just
we're blessed to have them for some time now. So.
Well, okay, we want you to go to Good Vibes. 6 OLEDs, man. I mean, you might need to call me in to help you deliver. What the heck? This is exciting.
We're not open Sunday. We're not going for this. But our website is open Sunday. Our website's open tomorrow. We're going to have a full page in the Gazette tomorrow. So we're open even if we're not. But regular hours on Friday, and it goes through Monday because that's Cyber Monday. So all the deals kind of come crashing down on Tuesday.
I got you. So it's today, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. That's how I can get you. Is that right?
And the website in between.
Yep, so. Website's there. And can I actually order something online?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We have
a 75-mile fence around it. So if you're in Chicago, you can't order on the website.
75 miles. That's nice. That's a pretty good drive for the Good Vibes.
If we can drive there, we can do it.
Hey.
Because I don't want to ship a TV to Denver for free.
Listen, you are youthful as always, my friend. We appreciate you. Thankful for you. It's Thanksgiving. Enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we'll look forward to calling you next Wednesday, buddy.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Steve Suderman at Good Vibes Round Barn. That's next to the driver's license facility in Champaign, Illinois. And they got it all going on. And that OLED, the brighter picture that Christian and Riley bought, holy mackerel, that just pops.
I was asking him about that, and it seems like it's really bringing the whole living room together.
How about running shoes or great shoes?
Yes.
Can I buy those at a discount, I
Body
wonder?
and Soul.
Oh, we got that next. And, of course, I've got some Kamala to play and a little bit more here on that and why they didn't do the Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. Stand by. It's ESPN 93.5. Time for Fox News at 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He hopes Gaza is next. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden renewing the push to stop the war there on day one of the ceasefire now in effect between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Now Hamas has a choice to make. Their only way out is to release the hostages.
Now, in the Hezbollah ceasefire deal, militants have to move farther away from Israel's border, and Fox's Jonathan Savage reports.
The Israel Defense Forces confirm they'll conduct a gradual withdrawal from southern Lebanon over the next 60 days. And IDF security officials told Fox News their campaign against Hezbollah has set the Iran-supported militia back years. The last few months have seen intense airstrikes and a limited ground invasion. Most of Hezbollah's leaders have been killed.
And now President-elect Trump has nominated somebody to work with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., his pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services.
Stanford University physician and economist Jay Bhattacharya has been named as President-elect Donald Trump's pick to be director of the National Institutes of Health. Bhattacharya, a critic of the pandemic lockdowns and vaccine mandates, was one of 3 authors of the Great Barrington Declaration, which was an open letter published in October 2020 that said lockdowns were causing irreparable harm and promoted herd immunity. The nominations of both Bhattacharya and Kennedy have to be confirmed by the Senate.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Trump is also bringing Kevin Hassett back to lead the National Economic Council. We just got an update showing a slight decline in new unemployment claims last week, but the number of people still collecting jobless benefits rose to a 3-year high. Later this morning, we'll get an update on inflation for last month. A lot of Americans are going somewhere for Thanksgiving in what's expected to be record travel. Most are driving, but airports are crowded too. This woman flying out of Dallas says it's all going to plan.
I've got the morning flight to Atlanta. The plane's already on the ground. So I feel pretty good about that.
There are only 23 flights canceled nationwide, though there are more than 500 delays. America's listening to Fox News.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
While the Biden administration focuses on stopping fighting in the Middle East, House Republicans continue to investigate the end of the war in Afghanistan.
The House Foreign Affairs Committee for months has tried to get testimony from Secretary of State Blinken, but until now, he has refused to comply with the GOP-led committee's subpoenas. A spokesperson for the committee says a hearing will now take place on December 11th, where the secretary will face questions about the administration's handling of the chaotic exit from Afghanistan, where 13 American service members lost their lives. Blinken did testify testified before Congress when Democrats controlled the House in 2021, but Republican Chairman Michael McCall tells Fox News the testimony was not sufficient and took place prior to the committee launching its current investigation. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
The International Criminal Court has issued an arrest warrant for Burma's military leader who took over in a 2021 coup, accusing him of crimes against minority Muslims in Burma. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed before the opening bell and the inflation report next hour. This the day after the Dow and the S&P 500 closed at record highs. He's not the biggest name baseball free agent, but that's Juan Soto. A pitcher, though, has gotten the biggest deal so far this offseason.
The Los Angeles Dodgers have reportedly agreed to a deal with free agent pitcher Blake Snell on a 5-year, $182 million contract. The lefty pitched for the San Francisco Giants last season, where he excelled at the end of the year, pitching to a 1.23 ERA in his final 14 starts. The defending champs are no stranger to spending big bucks in the offseason. They forked up over $1 billion in contracts last year. Snell now joins a rotation which features Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And LA is also the favorite to land Japanese pitching phenom Roki Sasaki when he gets posted in December.
That's Tony Genualdo. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Holiday season shines bright as the 24th annual Parade of Lights presented by Christie Clinic illuminates downtown Champaign Saturday, making the perfect kickoff to Small Business Saturday. This cherished community tradition invites everyone to celebrate. The Parade of Lights, themed Candy Cane Lane, begins at 6 p.m. Have a great time and enjoy the event. State lawmakers in recess for the rest of the year while several key pieces of legislation hang in the balance. Many of the votes that went on cast were regarding gun control. Advocates hoping stricter laws regarding domestic violence offenders and their ability to access weapons will be passed early in the year. Illinois Farm Bureau suing to maintain its current status with the American Farm Bureau Federation. In the suit, the state organization claims it was unfairly stripped of its federation membership. Suit filed earlier this month with the Illinois 11th Judicial Circuit. State Farm Bureau's membership set to expire on December the 20th. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right. Thank you, Jim Miller, ESPN 93.5. Good to have you listening. Second hour of our program.
Grateful for the gig, Stevie. I mean, we've been at this together since 2010, right?
Yeah, here. And then before that.
And I feel like end of November is kind of our anniversary. So
November
25
or 7 or 8. It's not about now, Greg.
Exactly.
I mean, this is like. So when did we picked you up a little after we got going?
Yeah, it was back in technically back in the Finkel era.
Back then, yes, we worked together in the late 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then I picked you off the free agent wire.
True. The waiver wire.
Well, when that news broke, that was industry news, and that we've got Shohei Ohtani apparently available for our radio station.
Oh, well, thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
Shohei Ohtani, when you do weather, I actually keep track of it now because I'm stunned by the detail when you say about 2 or 3 today, and then I look at 2 or 3 today and it's happening.
It's happening.
No, I don't know.
Well, a tip of the cap to technology, but
nobody. I don't see
learned
any.
it from the right guy, Earl Finkel.
Earl Finkel was really professorial. He was really, really good at all of that stuff. But just to be able to, mostly partly cloudy today, chance of rain. That's what you get in the forecast. Nobody has anything detailed because they don't want to be wrong.
Right.
And you just run out in that little thin branch and say, here's what's going to happen at 2. So it's just really helpful.
Well, just like you and the business, it's a value-added weather forecast service
right.
we do, just like you guys do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're glad you're with us, and so we're now looking at Thanksgiving. And I'm so thankful I'm not in the airports today.
Thankful as well to be working with you guys here.
Well, we're thrilled to have you because you're a big part of our program, and people recognize quality. Our weather brought to you this morning by Watts Copy Systems. You might be wasting a lot of money on all those color copiers that you're producing every day. You can get a free evaluation by calling them at 217-352-0428 for Watts Copy Systems. Okay, sir, how do we look here for the coming days?
Just like we've been laying out, bits and pieces, a fragmented, split jet stream was not, at least on our end, not expected to kind of phase together. When you get phasing jet stream currents, you get storm development. Well, that'll happen in the northeast of New England, and then, unfortunately, downwind of a phasing system, you get into colder air, and we've got probably 10 days, 2 weeks of some early winter-like cold around here. Nothing terribly bitter. Thank goodness there's no snow on the ground. There may be a little snow in the air, and nothing worse than that around here in the coming days. Out there this morning, 36 now. Willard and Savoy. Temperatures pretty much area-wide in the 30s right now. A couple of sprinkles south of I-70 out towards St. Louis. And there may be a couple of sprinkles, even a wet snowflake before the morning's done. Otherwise, rains will fill in quickly here for the early afternoon, with a high temperature expected to top out across the area. Generally at seasonal norms, should make a run to about 44. Readings may slide a bit later this afternoon as the rain comes on down. 32 for tonight. Rain, maybe some wet snow mixed in before ending, and then some snow showers and flurries after midnight. We may awaken with a slight Career and Ives look. Colder surfaces, no impact on travel tomorrow morning with a snow shower flurry, then a partly sunny afternoon. Thanksgiving Day high at 38, and some colder weather sets in for Friday morning. Snow flurry there at 29. They'll be cold at Wrigley for the football game. You heard it from me first. Only in the 20s during the game out there, and here too. We'll top out at 29 with maybe a little light snow late Saturday night, early Sunday, especially south of Champaign. Then basically cold, dry weather into next week. 27 on Monday, 30 on Tuesday, 35 on Wednesday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, 10 after 8, it's ESPN 93.5. Diane Ducey, I'm Stevie J. We welcome our people on X. We are now broadcasting live there with no censorship, which has been an issue for me because I'm a little outspoken. Supposedly outspoken
Okay.
at times. Mike Lindemann, you live? You there?
Good morning. I'm here.
After one of the greatest runners in the history of Champaign-Urbana once ran a marathon in like 2:37. What was it? 2:35?
38.
2:38.
2:38
on
miles.
26.2 miles. And you ran how many marathons again?
I don't, 7 or 8. You don't keep track of them at that point.
It's a lot. Anyway, I was actually talking to Gary Herzog down at Prairie Land Feeds, and I said, you guys in animal nutrition are like, I said, you're like Body and Soul.
Right.
Because if you go
For
to Body
footwear.
Well, Body and Soul is an expert at how to run and your gait and all these things, and they have you on the running thing, and he said, that's a pretty good comparison. We have people in the store, all your guys at Body and Soul know running and stuff. And how's that? Isn't that hard to hire? How do you do that?
Well, we usually look for people with running experience, but it's, some employees are really good picking it up, so we try to teach them well.
Well, you do a great job. I don't think you'd hire me, even though I am a marathoner. Janet and I both are. Yeah, that's good to laugh at because it was one time. One time.
No, I remember.
Okay. Well, anyway.
And I was leaving a podiatrist, appointment with my son Aiden. He has some flat foot issues and needed some arches and needed certain things, and the doctor said, Body and Soul. I mean, if you need a good shoe, that's what you need to do. So, kudos to you and your team, Mike. We appreciated getting Aiden fitted right.
So we've set you up as the expert, as a great guy, as a local business owner, Mike Lindemann. You have a sale, and this is when I'm seriously thinking about rounding up my family because they're in town and bringing them over and kind of doing a Happy Layman or something. This is my time. Is it? Happy Layman used to buy everybody's shoes in the Layman family, and so Jay Layman and all the Laymans got new shoes every year from Body and Soul. So what is your deal? I mean, am I getting 5% off, 10% off? What do you got?
And the prizes you're signing up for?
What do you got? What do you got?
What do we got? We've got 20% off pretty much everything. We've got sign-ups for free Brooks shoes, free Hoka shoes, free ASICS shoes, a Garmin watch, the UFOs,
those are
the recovery sandal, and we're trying to celebrate our 45th anniversary.
Wow!
We want to really thank more of the community than ourselves, but because it's without the support of the community, it wouldn't happen.
That's exciting. 45. Mike, it isn't that easy to keep in business for 45 years. That's really exciting. 45 years of Body and Soul. You've been kind of the headquarters for marathons and runs and the time clock and everything. It's just how many times have you loaded stuff up to go to a race? I mean, thousands? Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Well, we always did the old-fashioned way, so now we didn't really get into the old chip timing stuff that they do now, but in the days I would probably do 50 a year.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's a lot.
About every weekend or twice a weekend or something like that.
Yeah, and then people telling you how faster they went than your clock and it was wrong and all that. So
exactly.
All right, so it's really a time to come in. Give me the hours and when you're available. I'm probably buying another set of Hokas. I think they're super comfortable. Okay, so what's the time in here?
Well, so the store opens today at 9, and so we're open 9 to 6 today. I don't think I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to take tomorrow off.
Yay, all right.
And then Friday we're 9 to 6. Saturday, Sunday we're 9 to 5, and then we finish up for those people that are out of town and continue sale on Monday from 9 to 6.
Okay, but your selection probably going to be better today. Earlier, right? I mean, you're going to sell.
Yeah,
food.
we're good. We always anticipate this, and we're good. Plus, we also do, we do a lot of special orders too, and we'll still honor that 20% off on special orders and things like that. So it's not like they can't find something they want, but they want us to order a color or something like that. We'll still do the 20% off.
So cool. Okay, so just because I'm so darn quick, my $170 Ace Fantastic Hokas are going to be $34 off.
Yes. That's good math. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Listen, appreciate you, Mike, and all you've contributed to the community and Body and Soul Sports. It's right off of Route 45. What am I saying? You're near the
Curtis Road.
Curtis Road, and plenty of room to park. And get in there 9 o'clock this morning. Open those doors and you have one of the fantastic people helping. You've got all your people working, I trust, because you're going to need a lot of them.
Yep.
Okay, my friend. We'll see you later because I want to get out there. All right, thanks.
And what's the website? Just so
website,
we can...
Just bodyandsoulsports.com.
All righty.
Pretty simple.
Thank you, buddy.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, Mike. Mike Lindemann, owner of Body and Soul Sports, simply the best at what they do.
Big old sale. 9 to 6 today, Friday, Monday, and then 9 to 5 Saturday and Sunday.
Well, at least 20% off. And also, why don't you register?
Sign up to win those prizes.
Well, heck yeah.
I want the UFOs.
Could I be one of those prize people that sign up and then kind of hover and make sure nobody gets near your box? Yeah. Hey, buddy, move over. No, I bought. Are you sure you need those Hokas? Because mine's frayed a little bit here. I need those.
Monticello Lombard Montini, 4 o'clock on Friday.
If there were a point spread to this, it would probably be a lot because Lombard Martini plays a 5A schedule or whatever they do, and they're a powerhouse team. They beat the monster of 3A. They beat the giant Byron. So it's going to be hard, but you know what? Cully Welter has done an amazing job as a high school football coach. He's actually won 3 state titles at Aledo and 1 at Monticello, and trying for a number 5 for him, although he discount that and say, hey, it's all about the kids.
That's right.
Anyway, it'll be, I hope, a good game, but Lombard Martinez a handful, but Cully knows it. Go Monticello, 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, Hancock Stadium, Bloomington Normal, the home of Illinois State.
And if you're looking for Illinois football, number 23 taking on Northwestern at Wrigley at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And then we have the Bears going at it on Thanksgiving Day against Detroit. That's at 11:30 kickoff. Sunday, the Colts will be in New England. As far as some of our local favorites, Illinois volleyball in action against Minnesota for Senior Day tonight at 7. Show up to Huff Hall and cheer on our Illini volleyball. Friday, they'll be in Indiana at 6 o'clock. Illinois women's basketball, number 19, 6-0 on the season, beating Maryland Eastern Shore 75-55. And tonight at the Nashville Music City Classic, they've got number 14, Kentucky at 7 o'clock.
'Tis the season for the holiday shopping surge. As shopping increases, so do financial scams and fraudulent activity. Busey. How many billions do they have now? I mean, it's just growing. Busey has been really growing. Started right here 155 years ago. Busey promises sound advice helping to keep you safe. Set up alerts to monitor for suspicious activity on your account. Be cautious of deals that seem too good to be true. Oftentimes they are. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of mystery shopper scams. And if you suspect that you or someone you know may be a victim of a scam, contact local law enforcement or your bank for assistance. Busey Online Services, they just have it all. You can do online banking. I got my mobile app, easy to pay bills. You can see where the next ATM is. You can find out the closest one. If you want additional information that will protect you from scams and identity theft, I invite you to visit their website, busey.com, busey.com, And they got a financial blog there and Money Matters, but they also have a lot of different budgeting items. It's just a very helpful website. You might go there. Busey.com for over 155 years. They started in 1868. It's Busey, member FDIC. Okay, I've got my Kamala clip. I'm not going to get to that in the next 10 minutes, I guess, so we'll do that right after the bottom of the hour.
Because we have Jenna with the Parade of Lights to explain all the festivities in downtown Champaign Saturday.
That means you can't be in it without some form of light. You can't be in there without...
All the entries are lit.
Lights. They'll have to be. And I remember we were in that a few times, had to figure out how to battery operate some lights.
Absolutely.
But that's what it's all about, and people love it. And you just bundle up.
I love it.
Get some hot cocoa cider ready to go.
And it's out there, too.
All right. We're going to be right back after we check our weather with meteorologist Greg Soye, brought to you by Kurt Linshaw, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois Champaign event vicinity. And as expected, nothing too problematic with holiday and pre-holiday travel in mind, except for areas downwind of the Great Lakes region. Lake snows will get going later on tonight and tomorrow. Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and certainly a complicated weather pattern for folks heading into the Northeast and New England. Back this way, a couple of sprinkles and a wet snowflake around this morning. Steadier rains this afternoon up to 44, but dropping on a light southeast wind tonight. Rain and some mixed wet snow in spots before midnight. And then after midnight, snow showers and flurries return with a low down to 32 tomorrow. A leftover snow shower in the morning. It's conceivable could be a coating of snowfall on some spots here by tomorrow morning. A breezy and a bit colder day's worth of weather for the Thanksgiving holiday. The high at 38 with a partly sunny afternoon. Down tomorrow night with a couple of snow flurries late at 21. Maybe a lingering snow flurry Friday morning. Then partly cloudy and 29. Little light snow late Saturday, early Sunday. No accumulation. High temperatures over the weekend into the upper 20s. Nights will fall into the teens Sunday and Monday morning. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
We just got the latest numbers on the job situation in the country, and they show the number of Americans who applied for first-time jobless help sliding to a 7-month low, dipping by 2,000 to 213,000 last week, seeming to indicate that businesses are not hiring aggressively these days, but they are reluctant to reduce staff in light of a persistent labor shortage. It also seems to be taking longer for people who need a new job or those who just lost one to find new employment. Continuing claims were a touch lighter than the expected total number of workers collecting unemployment benefits. October durable goods, that's the new orders for manufactured big-ticket items, were up 0.2%, weaker than the expected 0.5%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Get all of your favorite Fox News podcasts commercial-free on Apple Podcasts with Fox News Podcasts Plus. From Dana Perino, Kennedy, Ben Domenech, The Duffys, and many more. Subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com. The Fox News Rundown, a contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day, featuring insight from top newsmakers, reporters, and Fox News contributors. Listen and subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? Indoor batting cages and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus, a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Illinois basketball star Merez Johnson on needing some help from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone.
I was going back home for a weekend and I was going to be downtown. I text Ben, I'm like, can I get a different car, go to Chicago? And I got something small, a nice Buick, something that was nice. I got my car back when I came. It was quick. Ben and Sarah Champagne took care of me.
And Sarah Champagne would do that for you too. Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
What is most important in your life? This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that can help clients like you realize your goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouthwatering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction. I've known Manalakis' name in this town for a long time.
Absolutely.
And Jenna has to be part of that treat. How are you, Jenna?
Good. How are you guys?
It's great to have you on. The Parade of Lights is coming up, and everybody's excited. And if you want to tell me what's happening, where I go and park, and just give me the lowdown.
Absolutely. On this Saturday, November 30th, we're having the Parade of Lights. It'll be in downtown Champaign. We are kicking it off with Candy Cane Lane on Taylor Street. I have lots of vendors and music and caroling, kids craft, and that is sponsored by Busey Bank, of course. Parking, there is free parking on the Hill Street parking garage, parking garage. And there's Busey, there's street parking up until 4, and then everything gets shut down. But I'm super excited.
So, Candy Cane Lane, there's a few characters walking around also. You have some various picture opportunities, even a special visit from Santa at Big Grove Tavern. And between 1 and 2:30, more of a sensory Santa experience. And then from 2:30 to 5, Santa can hear some wishes at Big Grove?
Yep, 5:15 will be the last seating.
Okay, thank you for that. We also have a new passport of presents and kids scavenger hunt with holiday crafts. Explain that, Jenna.
We want both parents and the kiddos to get out into the community. So we have a kids scavenger hunt with them finding fun things around the different businesses. And then if they turn it in at the end, they'll get entered into a special prize, a raffle. And then for the passport of presents, that kicks off this Saturday, November 3rd, and goes till January 8th. And if you spend over $20 at any of the participating businesses, you'll get entered into a raffle for a prize of over $500.
Nice.
So shop local this year.
Let's talk about the Grand Marshal for our Parade of Lights this year with Champaign Center Partnership. Tapping.
We are tapping Miss Essie Harris.
Mm-hmm.
55 years at the Champaign Library.
Wow.
At the Douglas Library, yes. Wow. And because of that, it's kind of neat that on the balcony when I'm calling out the parade, we'll wrap it up with the story, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." And on that last line, Santa's up there has gotten off the last entry of the parade and has joined me for that final line. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And then the tree gets lit right in front of Guido's.
Right in front of us, yeah.
And I'm dropping the mic, and we're good for the holiday.
You got the best MC going now, Jenna. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Is there a website we can visit to get more details about this, Jenna?
Absolutely. That would be champaigncenter.com. Go to the events and hit Parade of Lights.
Well, thanks for including us. We love talking about the Parade of Lights, and we hope everybody joins you and Diane and everybody else and Santa and Essie and just celebrate and enjoy the cold, because that's what it's about. When the tree gets lit, everybody's happy. Go get some hot cocoa.
Absolutely.
Everything's fine. Hey, enjoy this, Jenna. Thanks for sharing. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays.
As well to you.
ChampaignCenter.com for details.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheeseburgers, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your newly remodeled Ashley in Champaign. When you find what you love at the price you love, it's not just Black Friday, it's the Ashley Black Friday event. This season at Ashley, find the perfect sofa and stain-resistant fabric at a price you'll love. You'll wonder, where has this been all my life? Plus, enjoy savings up to $1,000 store-wide. Act fast because these deals won't be around for long. And starting November 29th, score Black Friday doorbuster deals starting at $199 while supplies last, only at Ashley.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? Indoor batting cages and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus, a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Okay, break for the news. Be right back. We're going to finish our last half hour of the week and then back, of course, full force Monday. Mm-hmm. That's December, by the way.
It is.
December is Sunday.
It is.
Wow.
And that's when we have Downtown Philo's parade.
That's
at
right.
5 o'clock.
That's a lot happening around now. All right, back after the news. Stay there.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden says he's making a new push for peace between Israel and Hamas militants in Gaza now that a ceasefire is in place in Lebanon. An Israeli military official tells Fox the fight there against Hezbollah has set those militants back years.
The IDF official says U.S. and France-led negotiations have been an important step towards creating a new reality in Lebanon, and that troops are ready to react to any Hezbollah violation of the agreement.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. President-elect Trump adds a doctor who's also an economist to his health team.
Jay Bhattacharya has been named as President-elect Donald Trump's pick to be director of the National Institutes of Health. Bhattacharya, a critic of the pandemic lockdowns and vaccine mandates, was one of 3 authors of the Great Barrington Declaration, an open letter that said lockdowns were causing irreparable harm and promoted herd immunity.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Hark! Governor Bradford, the Mayflower's cargo is unloaded.
Very good, sir. Why doth our dock overflow with rubbish?
Oh, forgive us, Governor, but in our haste to depart England, we brought more than we needed. Now, with the winter's chill upon us, our storehouses are bursting. Throw this clutter overboard. Or shall we summon by phone 2 men in a junk truck to rid us of this gobbledygook?
Nay, good sir. In this new world, we shall use more modern conveniences. Book their services online at 2meninajunktruck.com.
2 men in a junk truck, making room for what matters most.
Here's a look at local news. State lawmakers in recess for the rest of the year while several key pieces of legislation hang in the balance. Many of the votes that went uncast were regarding gun control. Advocates hoping stricter laws regarding domestic violence offenders and their ability to access weapons will be passed early in the year. Illinois Farm Bureau suing to maintain its current status with the American Farm Bureau Federation. In the suit, the state organization claims it was unfairly stripped of its federation membership. Suit filed earlier this month with the Illinois 11th Judicial Circuit. State Farm Bureau's membership set to expire on December the 20th. Holiday season shines bright as the 24th annual Parade of Lights presented by Christie Clinic illuminates downtown Champaign Saturday, making the perfect kickoff to Small Business Saturday. This cherished community tradition invites everyone to celebrate. The Parade of Lights, themed Candy Cane Lane, begins at 6 p.m. Have a great time and enjoy the event. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
Well, we got our eyes on the weather forecast for our Thanksgiving. Let's check our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by Busey. For over 155 years, member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, event is Saturday, and as expected, nothing too problematic with holiday and pre-holiday travel in mind, except for areas downwind of the Great Lakes region. Lake snows will get going later on tonight and tomorrow, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and certainly a complicated weather pattern for folks heading into the Northeast and New England. Back this way, a couple of sprinkles and a wet snowflake around this morning. Steadier rains this afternoon up to 44, but dropping on a light southeast wind tonight. Rain and some mixed wet snow in spots before midnight, and then after midnight, snow showers and flurries return with a low down to 32. Tomorrow, a leftover snow shower in the morning. It's conceivable could be a coating of snowfall on some spots here by tomorrow morning. A breezy and a bit colder day's worth of weather for the Thanksgiving holiday. The high at 38 with a partly sunny afternoon. Down tomorrow night with a couple of snow flurries late at 21. Maybe a lingering snow flurry Friday morning, then partly cloudy and 29. A little light snow late Saturday, early Sunday. No accumulation. High temperatures over the weekend into the upper 20s. Nights will fall into the teens Sunday and Monday morning. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Are you looking for a career, not just a job? Paul's is looking for experienced fabricators and millwrights to join their team on both the first and second shifts. Paul's offers above average pay, 2 weeks paid vacation, get a company bonus, health, vision, and dental, their 401k with a match, plus tuition reimbursement. Experience what being part of Paul's family feels like when being inspired by the positive culture. Let Paul's create big possibilities for your career and life. Equal opportunity employer. Apply online. paulsmachine.com.
Don't let the chilly weather keep you from having fun. Warm up with exciting activities instead. Registration for Champaign Park District's winter and spring programs is now open, with activities for all ages, ranging from sports and fitness to cultural arts and special events. There's something for everyone. Whether you're looking to learn a new skill, socialize, or just have a blast, their activities are designed to inspire creativity and expand your horizons. Stay active and engaged all season long. Visit champaignparks.org for details.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank, not a recording, answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. If you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Yeah.
NMLS 435120.
Well, glad you're listening. I'm Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
We're on all kinds of platforms, Facebook Live, YouTube channel.
YouTube is Stevie J-A-Y Show.
And at Stevie J-A-Y FM on Now X. First time we've been on X in a long time. I had to pay money to Elon Musk, and I'm happy to have done it.
Yeah, that way you can easily tap into your X feature that's on your phone and tap into our show, Stevie J-A-Y FM.
There's no censorship. That's I think what Elon Musk has done has been the most profound move in the modern era for free speech. We're totally getting censored on Facebook Live and YouTube channel. There's no doubt about it. So I feel free. What are they saying? What about Bob? I'm free.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just nice because we should be able to, if I want to be an idiot and say dumb things, I ought to be, if I'm not hurting you, that's my right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free speech deal, and we're thrilled to be on X.
I want to say my last post at Diane_Ducey had a picture of the LAF kids. A lot of the actors and young actors were in studio with us this week. That event coming up at the Fisher Theater in Danville after 6 on Saturday the 30th. If you want to get in on that red carpet experience, get some autographs, have some fun, you can learn more about this world premiere of the movie that features a lot of scenes right here around Central Illinois as you go to fishertheater.com/LAF-kids.
I have felt empathy for Kamala Harris since she has returned from Hawaii because she doesn't look very good to me. And I can't imagine what it would be like to have the entourage she had and have people chanting your name, screaming adulation.
100 days of so many appearances.
It just
wear
you down.
Here's the.
So she spoke to her people. The fact that they spent $1.5 billion, they raised more than any other presidential candidate in the history of America. They spent $1.5 billion and didn't pay their staff.
Right.
So she's in Hawaii. The staff has no money. They've been fired. They don't get a severance or their pay. So they had a GoFundMe page. You had $1.5 billion and you couldn't pay a couple of $100,000 to some staff?
Don't you set that aside?
I don't
when
think
it's
so.
all over?
Which also indicates that you're not very good with money.
Right.
Anyway, so there's that. Here's her and her staff, some other staffers in a montage about what happened, this and that. Here you go. Kamala Harris back from Hawaii.
The light of America's promise will burn bright as long as we never give up and we keep fighting.
The vice president was thinking about going on Joe Rogan's show.
Yeah, this is James Carville. He's just a jewel. He's a gem. I mean, for American politics, I have to listen to him speak every time. So he's talking now about how they wanted Joe Rogan and her progressive stance. They threatened to walk off. You can't go on that show. James would have handled it a bit differently.
And a lot of the younger progressive staffers pitched a hissy fit. I was running a 2028 campaign, and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying, I'm going to resign if you don't do this. Not only would I fire that motherfucker on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot. These people who had to lose the election because of the stupidity.
Who doesn't like him? I mean, he's just so doggone entertaining, and frankly, he's honest. Remember, he was the guy that came up with the Bill Clinton campaign. It's the economy's stupid.
Yeah.
Guess what? It was the economy this
I
time,
know.
too. All right. And finally, was it really Donald Trump, perhaps his fault that she didn't do Rogan?
We wanted to do it. We tried to get a date to make it work.
This is staffer, senior staffer.
And ultimately, we just weren't able to find a date. We did go to Houston. And she gave a great speech at an amazing event. We were hoping to be able to fit it in around that, and ultimately weren't able to do it. As it turns out, that was the day that Trump was taping his Joe Rogan, which they had never confirmed to us. We kind of figured that out in the lead up to it.
We offered to do it in Austin. People should know that. Didn't work out. I think, maybe they leveraged that to get Trump in studio. I don't know.
Apparently they had conditions. 1 hour, can't talk about marijuana. I mean, all these other things. Because she jailed a lot of African Americans with marijuana. Anyway, I mean, it's one of those deals where if you have 15, 20 million young people you're trying to reach, you make time. Trump went down there. And you know what Joe Rogan's observation to Donald Trump? Not only is now Rogan on the Trump bandwagon, he's totally for Trump now. Obviously, he's elected, but he likes him. He said it was amazing that a 78-year-old man came into our studio, didn't use the restroom, sat down for 3 full hours, got up and left, and never used the bathroom. Most humans have to have some water, and then probably, somewhere in that 3 or 4 hour thing, you're going to say, where's your restroom?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, that was one observation joke. This guy didn't use the bathroom.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 8:42, ESPN 93.5. We're in our final segment for the week, and then back with you this coming Monday.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? indoor batting cages, and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus, a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Hi, Ellen Hook here, owner of your newly remodeled Ashley in Champaign. When you find what you love at the price you love, it's not just Black Friday, it's the Ashley Black Friday event. This season at Ashley, find the perfect sofa and stain-resistant fabric at a price you'll love. You'll wonder, where has this been all my life? Plus, enjoy savings up to $1,000 store-wide. Act fast because these deals won't be around for long. And starting November 29th, score Black Friday doorbuster deals starting at $199 while supplies last, only at Ashley.
Illinois basketball season is underway. Single game tickets to see your Fighting Illini at State Farm Center are on sale now at fightingillini.com. Great seats are still available. Lock in your tickets for big games against Big Ten opponents before they're gone. Don't miss your chance to see the winningest team in the Big Ten Conference over the last 5 years. Be part of the atmosphere and get tickets at fightingillini.com.
Yeah, basketball at Illinois is a thing. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really built that up. All right, one more. I got to play Newt Gingrich on Jesse Waters on Fox about the basic problems. First of all, why would you blame for your loss, Newt?
Because then they wouldn't be Democrats. Look, Jesse, the great crisis of the Democratic Party is their policies.
Yeah.
Everything they really need to do to be acceptable, this will come up in 2026 in the off-year election. If these folks cannot get rid of being who they are, they're going to, I think, lose again in 26 in a historic election such as FDR had in 1934. And the reason's simple. The country doesn't want their policies. The country doesn't believe in their values. And the country thinks they can't perform. Now, the challenge for the Democrats is this is not a communications issue. It's not a better advertising issue. It's not a smarter candidate issue. The problem is the core of the Democratic Party has drifted away from America. And today, they're confronted with the reality that Donald Trump represents the values of the core of the American people, and they don't.
Yeah, I don't know what they do. Because if you start saying we're not for transgender 7-year-olds changing sex, and we are for men playing in women's sports, you're going to have the base, the far left, the progressive, vote against you or not vote at all. You might have to split. You might have the progressives say, you guys got to go your own way. We got to talk more middle and common sense. And some of the stuff you're canceling people, shaming them, shouting them down, saying you not only got to tolerate me, but you have to endorse me. That's just crazy. You do what you want to do, but you don't make me say what you do is not only okay, but I endorse you and everybody should be like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say that about me. You shouldn't say that about you. I mean, it's a free country. We can decide what we want to decide, but you sure can't bully people into your views, right?
Right.
Make any sense. All right, quick break, quick sports, quick weather, then we're done.
Flooring Surfaces has a brand new showroom. You'll see beautiful products displayed in new and exciting ways, with inspiration around every corner. Enjoy a modern floor covering experience in a space designed to showcase what Flooring Surfaces does best. Premium flooring options, free design assistance, free expert advice, and professional installation services. Now in a showroom that's easy to shop. Visit today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information, including repair quotes and online scheduling requests, available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Harris people are blaming the media, who did nothing but lob balls. There were 90% positive coverage of Kamala Harris and 90% negative coverage of Donald Trump, and they blame the media because they couldn't get the other 10. What?
Illinois basketball tonight for the women, taking on number 14 Kentucky at 7. Illinois volleyball against Minnesota at Huff Hall, senior day at 7. Illinois basketball plays at 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day down in Kansas City against Arkansas. Number 23 Illinois football at Wrigley at 11 a.m. against Northwestern on Saturday. Just reading that Hunter Dickinson had a flagrant foul as a Kansas star now against number 11 Duke, 75-72 on that win. So that's another trending story about Hunter.
Yeah, and he got kicked out and everything else.
And Monticello tomorrow for the Class 3A state. Good luck to them at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Good luck, Sages and Cully Walter. All right, we'll be right back. Greg's weather next. We're talking to Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group.
Yeah, I mean, we hire full-time agents. That's a non-negotiable for us. We're really picky about who we hire. We interviewed over 30 agents last year. I took 2. That's a lot different than a lot of the people that we compete against. Nothing against them, but sometimes they're collecting bodies and trying to train and educate them, bring them up to something. We only hire experience. Everybody on my team has been a part of over 100 transactions before you're even eligible to be on my team. And then we can work from there and go from some things. But they're showing up to the office every day. We have conversations about market conditions, and we're able to be a little more aware of what we're experiencing and then use all that information amongst each other to kind of help each other through these times and help our clients in return.
So call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans with eXp Realty, 217-239-7113, or do an online search to Nate Evans Group to start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to the NateEvansGroup.com.
A family-friendly comedy movie is coming to Danville's Fisher Theater on Saturday, November 30th. The LAF Kids has 4 orphans trying to save the head lady and orphanage as they go on an adventure of a lifetime. The world premiere of The Laugh Kids will have a red carpet event with all kinds of stars coming into town for this special night. Local producers from East Central Illinois who shot the movie Irresponsible are at it again. Saturday, November 30th in Danville's Fisher Theater with the world premiere of The Lost and Found Kids. This North End Empire film will have you rolling in the aisles. Take the whole family to this red carpet event and get pictures and autographs from some of the movie's actors making an appearance on the Saturday after Thanksgiving in Danville's historic Fisher Theater. Get your tickets now and check out the VIP passes by visiting atthefisher.com/laf.kids.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. Thank you for giving us People's Choice Awards, including Best Pies and Bakery. Speaking of pies and bakery, it's time to place your holiday orders. We sell so much this time of year that we need your order now so that we don't run out. Donuts, fritters, pumpkin bars, and pies, they all make the holidays special. Not sure of your plans? Buy frozen pies to bake as needed. Order online at curtisorchard.com or call 217-359-5565. See you soon.
You want a pie?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what they say in Crocodile Dundee, you call that a knife? That's not a knife. You want a pie? You can call this a pie. Curtis Orchard pies are like ginormous.
But it's pie pickup day. You might call ahead of time to make sure they've got the pecan or the pumpkin.
I mean, they don't have any on the shelf.
I mean, they have a lot of people that order their pies from Curtis Orchard, and thank goodness for that. It's Blackout Wednesday. I know a lot of people meet at the bars. It's one of the busiest bar days tonight because people don't have to work tomorrow. So they come home and they see all their friends in the local pubs.
What do you mean they don't have to work? They're working at the turkey trot. You got to get up.
True.
You got to go get a mile at the turkey trot.
That's at 9 a.m. tomorrow with the Crystal Lake Park in Urbana, if you need more details on that. Stevie, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Diane. You are a gem to the community.
Thank you.
You do so much for so many. You've got several events.
Absolutely.
Diane will be out and around the microphone, Parade of Lights Friday night.
That's Saturday.
Saturday night, and then Sunday night here in Philo when they light the tree here in downtown Philo.
5 o'clock.
If you want to be in a Hallmark moment, come to Philo Sunday night.
Loving it.
Very Hallmarky. Very Hallmark.
But bundle up for all these events because you don't want to be sick in December when we're bringing in the new month and getting back to work on Monday.
Shout out to Jeff at Old Time Meat and Deli because I wanted a big, fresh, non-antibiotic turkey. And I said, I want a 30-pounder. He said, we don't get those. I said, I want a big turkey, please. And so he said, 18 to 22, I'll promise. I said, okay, I'll take it. So then I show up. And he says, I got something for you. And he gave me a 28-pound turkey.
Yes.
In which my brilliant wife said, would that fit in the oven? I think so.
Well, we got our, beef house rolls that are frozen at Old Time Meat and Deli, too, so we're set for that. The travel rush is a thing, so...
Be careful going to Milwaukee.
Exactly. Enjoy the day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
See you on Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take on Friday off, and we'll be back Monday. But thank you for listening. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J, live from downtown Philo, center of the universe. Have just a blessed Thanksgiving. Just say your blessings and thanks for all you have because we have so much here. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
Make this holiday season truly magical with Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 5th through the 8th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, Two Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. Experience the unforgettable story, music, dancing, and tradition of CU Ballet's The Nutcracker.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Did you know that since 1991, Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County has built 135 homes, creating safe, affordable housing for local families? And it's not just about building houses. Last year, Habitat provided free housing counseling to nearly 200 families. By supporting Habitat, you're helping them invest in our community. Join them in bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. Visit cuhabitat.org to learn how you can support affordable housing today.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
In 1925, a small plumbing company began its journey in Urbana, Illinois. Over the decades, the business grew thanks to hard work and great people. In 1966, things changed when Dave Reichard, a veteran, met veteran Ken Asklin, who was an architectural engineering grad from Illinois. The two realized their shared vision for excellence. Their partnership took root, and in 1975, the name changed to A&R Mechanical. With Dave as president and Ken as vice president, A&R Mechanical expanded services, becoming the go-to full-service contractor for all of Central Illinois. A&R went from a plumbing-only contractor to a full-service mechanical contractor with their own sheet metal shop. Today, A&R is a plumbing, heating, ventilation service company with the same excellence in customer service as they provided nearly 100 years ago. Design, build, and maintain. That's what served A&R Mechanical for nearly 100 years. Find them at Lincoln and Kettering in Urbana or online at ar-mech.com.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fine visit.
You're listening to WXJK ESPN 93.